source.
Right. So that's all I'm saying. You put something in Google, you'll get probably 5 different definitions, right? So anyhow, back to morass. What is, yes?
I'm sorry, can I ask
No,
a quick question? Would you,
please.
I've been told before that there's no such thing as organic hair color, because when you take it out of the natural state into a lab, it's no longer organic. Is this organic? I mean,
It is not organic.
okay, because I've only been told that by one person, and I don't know if it's true, so I just...
It's absolutely true. What is
Okay.
organic?
Because I have
What's
clients
organic?
ask, and I don't,
Well, let's just say, you know, what's organic?
Plant-based. Anything plant-based is organic.
That's right. So
Pick a piece
once
of grass that
once
And you
it
put it in water.
once it creates a chemical reaction, it is no longer organic. However, the color has certified organic oil.
gotcha.
Okay. So what we say is, because it's the truth, it is a color with certified organic properties. Because it is. Is it an organic color line? Like when we first launched it in Florida and the DSCs like Rich, I'm not saying Rich did this, but some of the DSCs were like, oh, I got an organic color line. I'm like, whoa, no you don't. You don't have an organic color line. It's not an organic color line. It's a color line with certified organic properties. Okay? So that helps the client even understand that a little bit better as well. Okay? Like, oh, I got an organic hair color.
Yeah.
You didn't, it wouldn't have worked, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do right now, take a deep breath, and we're going to go through the wet line, because the color obviously is a much bigger conversation. I mean, we've already kind of had some of the conversation, but I want to go through the wet line, and then maybe we'll take a little, like a 5-minute, okay? And then we'll come back and we'll go through all the colors, and I'll explain to you why it was so important for me this morning to see naturals in that box. Because I was like, oh my God, there's no naturals in your box. But I know they're coming, so. But we'll get into that. So this is actually fairly simple, fairly easy, because every product, sulfate-free, paraben-free, gluten-free, no added salt. The reason we say no added salt is because salt's in nature, right? Everything within our nature, there is salt. But is it a sulfate that is used or added to create a cleansing agent or a swelling agent? No. So we say no added salt because of the Monoi having natural earth salt. Everybody with me on that? So in all the products. Everything is 100% biodegradable. You can plant these boxes, the containers, everything in the ground, and it will degrade into the earth. Okay? Monoi de Tahiti is certified organic. It comes from Tahiti. Okay? So, every product. So that way I don't have to say it 6 times, right? Because you don't want to hear it 6 times. You're like, you're going to beat us to death with it. So, you have the retail size, and then you have the back bar size. Okay? This is really, really imperative when we get into talking about the color and really what the color does for your hair. Because this, washing the color off, okay, cleansing the hair, conditioning the hair, you want to just add more of those nutrients to it. Now, I will tell you that, because I'm in the salon 3 days a week. I work in a salon in Claremont. Anybody know where Claremont is?
No.
The hills of Claremont. Okay. Anyway, that's where I am. I'm outside of
Is it
Orlando. No, yeah, it's outside of Orlando.
There
There is, yeah. We have like 60,000 new homes
Is it
being
near
built.
the village? Or the villages? What's it called? Something like
Well,
that?
that's further west.
Gotcha.
So we're inland a little bit, but yeah, we have hills. It's where all the orange groves used to be. So people come out there and they're like, I want to live here because it's not flat. You know, it's beautiful. There's tons of pine trees. It's gorgeous. Anyway,
Road trip.
I digress. But so what I was saying was that the beautiful nature of the color within itself is amazing. because I've had salons call me and say, I'm ready to take the next step. I'm ready to bring on the shampoos and the conditioners and the support products, because they're so amazed just by the color, and they're thinking, wow, if it's this fantastic and I'm not even using the shampoo and conditioner, imagine how much more beautiful it's going to be. So I like to tell that story because you did get the retail size in, but you might want to talk to him about getting the back bar. Okay. All right. So everything within the shampoos and the conditioners, you have the added strength of keratin butter. So this is fantastic for keratin treatments, which I know Brazilian Blowout has their own support products. The dry oil is great. If you like the dry oil, the oleum, it's phenomenal. It just dissolves right into your skin and into the hair and just makes it beautiful, shiny,
Can
silky.
you pass it around?
I sure can. Just a tiny, tiny bit on the back of your hand goes a long way. So I'll just pass it around. So we have next, after the shampoo and conditioner, at the shampoo bowl, as part of your ritual, you can do the doppio elixir. Now, I would say that for extremely distressed hair, and you do the mask, now this next year we're coming out with a conditioner for fine hair, okay, normal to fine hair, because the mask, it just takes a little tiny, because it's very, very strong. But if they really need that extra conditioning, then we have the doppio elixir. This is yours, by the way, because I've given all mine away. My new stock hasn't come. So how this works, it's really a fantastic part of the ritual, is that you squeeze both tubes into a bowl, okay, and you mix it, and it congeals into this beautiful minty colored, teal colored cream, and it just smells wonderful. So you have keratin and you have Monoi, okay? So you're going to mix the keratin with the Monoi, stir it up, and it becomes very, very creamy, and then you put it on the hair, no heat at all whatsoever. Massage the head for about 3 minutes, give them a nice head massage, little neck massage, you know, whatever. Okay, yeah, and then you rinse it out.
Is that, how much do you charge for service like that?
You know, quite honestly, salons are getting anywhere from $35 to $40. I think we are thinking of trying to give more of like a retail option for that, because you would buy this strictly to put it on the back bar.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Right.
but
So
Would
that's
that
a
be
box of all
considered
those
a
little
treatment?
tubes.
there's six. There's
Yeah.
six
Six
keratin,
applications.
and there's 6 of the Monoi. So it's a fantastic part of the ritual, especially if you're explaining to them what you're doing. You know, it's all part of it. Okay. So then you're going to move on to the color shield. So you come back to your station. You're going to spray the color shield in there. You have to determine the type of hair, the fabric of the hair. How much conditioning does it need? How much protection does it need? This is UVA, UVB, okay? If I know for a fact, number one, they have fine hair, it goes limp very, very easily, I may not use this on them, and I may use the Monoi, or the oleum, okay? Or I may use this and not use the oleum. But you would determine, because you know your clients, like how much protection do they need and how much conditioning do they need. Okay, does that make sense? It's like with any wet line, you're gonna see like what works for that client. So this is UVA, UVB, of course, all free of all those harmful ingredients, okay? It's really, really fantastic. I like using it. If I use it on a specific client, I may not use the oleum like on every single client, but I use this on every single client.
And that's a color shield spray?
It is. I'll pass it around. See how light it is?
Yeah, and it's supposed to just lock in the color?
It's good. It's a
make
color
it
locking.
shiny?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a UVA, UVB sun protection. It's going to shrink the cuticle, lock the color in there, okay? Bring down the even more, bring the pH down even more. And it's going to add shine, strength, just silkiness. It's fantastic. And you do it while it's wet. Sometimes I even do it when it's dry. You know how you kind of like push the envelope a little
Is
bit?
that the first product you're gonna put in the hair?
That's the first product I'm going to put in that
It's
thing.
kind of got oil to it. Really light oil.
Nice. And it smells really, really wonderful. You're blowing that hair out, you know? Sometimes I'll like on coarse, like the head of hair that's like 3 people, and I'll be blowing that hair out and I'll spray that as I'm blowing. Yeah, and it just, then on that type of hair, I would use the oleum. It just brings the density right down. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. All right, so next is the oleum. So this also, in addition to the Monoi, it has the linen flower extract, which is a penetrating conditioner. So it's going to really get in deep to the cuticle, really get in deep to the hair to even create more strength, especially on distressed hair. So what makes this even more fantastic is that side by side with some of the other oils on the market, it just outperforms completely. Because it's not as heavy, it will not build up on the hair. You know, we're in a day and age of Moroccan oil, right? And now we're starting to see our clients, like over this last year, we're starting to see our clients come in and they're like slathering that Moroccan oil on their hair at home. And you're like, you really need to back off on the Moroccan oil. Because you're seeing the crystallization on the bottom 1.5 inches of their hair. Like you see it in the light and you're like, yeah, you need to stop with the flat iron, you know? Well, with this, if you give them a really, really good clarifying treatment, get some of that buildup out of their hair, you will get them on a fresh start with the oleum, and it won't do that. It will not do that. Okay? All right. So any questions about the products? About the ritual? The ritual, right? It is phenomenal. I mean, as a stylist who uses all of these products 3 days a week, I can tell you, we got like samples. You know, it's like, use this, tell us what you think of it. What do you think we need to change? How does it perform? You know, so several of the educators throughout Kaaral was using the products, and there were some changes made. But we were just blown away, you know, at the performance, at the durability of the hair, the shine, the strength. It was amazing. So I think you'll see the same thing. All right. So next is the color. You want to get a bagel. You want to just take 5 minutes, stretch your legs, because this is the bigger portion, and then we'll dive into it.